going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the other day, Black Ops 6 finally got a bunch of leaked information. I'm not joking with you guys. It was a ton, basically covering the whole experience that we're going to be having within multiplayer. Of course, they didn't showcase all the weapons, all the SMGs. It's pretty much what we're going to be playing with in the beta, from what it seems. You know, a couple of guns per category, you know, a handful of maps, like maybe 3-4 maps, so on and so forth, select few streaks, whatever, right? It's basically the beta content, but ladies and gentlemen, we pretty much saw the whole overall game. Of course, I will try to leave links to you guys down in the description of this video. I can't promise you that the links are still going to be there since Activision is copyright striking absolutely everything. So clearly, I'm not going to be showcasing any video footage up in this video here. I'm just going to be discussing with you guys. But if you want to see with your own eyes, like I said, I'll have a select few links down below, and hopefully they all still function. And if they don't, I mean, it's pretty easy. Just look up like Black Ops 6 leaked gameplay, and you'll probably be able to find some footage out there for yourself. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to clarify now, I actually just went and looked to see if I did have any of the footage. It's all been blocked, so, sadly, I don't have any more leaks. I think 8 Thoughts has a bunch posted on his Twitter account. I don't know if those are still going to be live. You can check that out. I don't know. Again, it shouldn't be too complex to find these leaks still because they're pretty much everywhere. I mean, every single day that I log on to Twitter or Reddit, I see another person just randomly posting it up. So, you know, you'll probably be able to see it, but still, regardless, I just wanted to go ahead and discuss in today's video the overall reaction from the community towards these leaks. And it kind of blows me away because I gotta be honest with you guys. It proves to me why we have a Call of Duty cycle. And it also proves to me why Microsoft is not going to go ahead and put this game on anything longer than a yearly cycle. But like I said, I saw pretty much everything within this game. And I'm not trying to be a hater whatsoever because I like Treyarch. I like what they produce. For those who know, I talked good about Black Ops Cold War. You know, I talked good about Modern Warfare 3 that we have this recent year. I'm not one to go ahead and completely bash a COD game, but I gotta be real with you guys. It just looks like every other experience. Again, the Call of Duty cycle. It really does. The biggest selling factor of Black Ops 6 right now, from what I saw with my own eyes, because again, the weapons look the same. We have our typical 3-lane style maps, you know, not really too much variety with 3-lane maps. So again, they're going to be easy to memorize and easy to, you know, basically understand. Although they do look really, really good, and the weapons look really, really good. And I have to say, the game looks pretty solid. But again, it's all the same stuff, the same streaks. You know, the last time I actually saw one of these development teams innovate with streaks was like, what, Black Ops 4? That was truthfully one of the last times that we really saw the development teams mess around with streaks and not just reskin them, right? Having a chopper gunner look like something else, or an AC-130 look like something else to fit a different time period. You know, no, they actually brought forth unique things like a sniper's nest, or, you know, having your squad, you know, AI squad mates drop in and run around and gun it up with you. Like, that was the last time I really saw innovation. And ever since, it's like, yeah, Treyarch stepped out of the boundaries a little bit with Black Ops Cold War, introducing the specialist abilities as streaks, so you can get, you know, the pistol or the war machine or something like that through a streak instead of obviously having specialist abilities. But again, is that really too crazily innovative? I'm looking for something really, really, really different. And I gotta say, that's never gonna happen until we get this game off the yearly cycle. But that's not gonna happen either, because guess what? People eat this stuff up every time around. I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, you know, it doesn't look bad, right? I think the vast majority of us can look at that and say it doesn't look bad. It looks pretty cool. I'm interested to see what Treyarch has to do here. But seriously, people are making this out to be like it's the next best thing known to mankind, like it's going to be revolutionary, when in reality, it's not. The biggest selling factor of this game is the Omni movement. That is literally what's going to help this game stand out from the rest of the crowd, is literally having Omni movement. And it does look cool. I'll be real with you. After seeing it and witnessing it, it looks like it could be pretty decent. But again, I don't think the Omni movement alone is going to help really push this game out there, because it's pretty much everything that I've been able to do before. You know, being able to slide cancel to the left or the right. I mean, yeah, it's going to be more convenient being able to do it more smoothly, but it's not like I haven't been able to do that before. I mean, all you do is just look in the direction that you want to go, slide, and then while you're sliding, you turn your camera angle 90 degrees and look in the direction that you want to go, and you're sliding sideways, right? It just makes it a little bit more convenient. That's all it really does. It makes it more convenient. Less steps to be able to perform some of these really, you know, complex maneuvers. Basically making it easier for a casual player to obtain these type of movesets, which is good. But like I said, the craziest thing about the Omni movement is probably being able to slide backwards. You can sprint backwards and slide backwards, which actually looks really good. You know what I'm saying? Because now when you're running and gunning, you can constantly check your back without killing your momentum, and you can hit a slide while doing so. It looks weird because, I don't know, it looks a little funky, but it's doable, and that's going to be a nice change. But that's the only thing. Let's be real here. Are you really going to be diving everywhere? Seriously? I mean, let's be honest. You can't ADS when you dive. You could probably even have a tight hip spread when you dive. You're probably at a massive disadvantage unless you're trying to dive out of cover. But 9 times out of 10, people don't take advantage of these movements, you know? We always preach about this stuff time and time and time again, but how many times do we really take advantage of stuff like this? I guarantee nobody's going to use it. It's going to be a gimmicky style of movement, and the only benefit is going to be able to slide cancel left and slide cancel right, and also turn around and run backwards while also sliding backwards. That's all I can really see out of it. So that is your big innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, that right there is your big innovation. And again, it's nothing wrong. I don't want this to, seem like it's a video bashing Treyarch, like they're the worst development team out there, because they're not. They're trying to put in work, but how much can you really do from a game-to-game cycle when you don't have any breaks or anything in between? How much new content can you actually make for this game to make it stand out from the rest of the crowd? I guess for newcomers, it's not that big of a deal, but for any OG player who's been playing for a long time, since for me, for example, I've been playing since Call of Duty 2, the big red one, my first multiplayer, Call of Duty 4. I didn't get to, really experience Call of Duty 3, sadly, until later on I had to revisit it. But I've been playing COD for ages. I mean, some people started with Black Ops 2, some people started with Modern Warfare 3. Still, if you've been playing COD for that long, at a certain point in time, you look at these games and you just say, it's this again. You know what I'm saying? It's just this again. And that's how I'm feeling about Black Ops 6. It's so sad because, they put in 4 years worth of work into this game. But in reality, how much of a difference from this multiplayer experience is it going to be from another one? In my personal opinion, I think it's going to hit the COD cycle once again, like every single year, where the game will last maybe, 2-3 months for, obviously the casual audience. And then for the hardcore players, they'll play, all maybe 5-6 months and eventually die off a bit and then reintroduce themselves and die off a bit, reintroduce themselves. But this game is not going to be one of those games that's going to be here, it's going to be their solid 2-year runner, because they don't want that. They're not making it for that purpose. They're making it to get your initial sale, to get you to buy the game or purchase into Game Pass right out the gate. Obviously, they get your money. They'll try to get some microtransactions out of you for a few months, and then it's on to the next game. And then the next game is going to have the same hype where everybody says, oh, this is the next best thing. This game is going to be phenomenal. Although it'll probably have all the same kill streaks, all the same, everything. Everything's probably going to be identical with maybe a couple of things, like, for example, the Omni movement in BO6 being changed around to say that they're innovating, when in reality, how much innovation is really going down here. And I'm not talking about insane amounts of innovation, right? I'm not talking about like Infinity Ward levels of, oh, let's remove the minimap and innovate the game that way. No, I'm talking about good innovations, right? Like, how many times have we had a COD game where they introduced something fantastic and it's dropped the next year instead of keeping it and improving upon it? How many times has that happened? Every single year. Every year we get a COD game where they introduce something that's cool and unique and they drop it the next year. Every single time. They never keep things and, innovate in a good manner. And it's because they simply don't have enough time. And that goes for the games that I enjoy as well. Again, I know I'm going to be called a hater like nonstop, but it's true. Even for Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 is my favorite COD game out of the past 5 years here. I think it's really freaking solid. Probably the best. If it didn't have skill-based matchmaking, it would be loved so much right now. But seriously, what did Modern Warfare 3 do to innovate? What did it do to innovate? I'm begging you to tell me. I'm begging you to tell me, because some of the best things about that game is basically the communication and things that they brought back to us. And the same thing is going to happen with Black Ops 6. What are the best what is everybody hyping up about Black Ops 6 right now, ladies and gentlemen? What is everybody hyping up about? The prestige system? Basically everything that's being reintroduced to the game. The only new thing that people are hyping up is the Omni movement, and like I said, I think it's getting a little too overhyped because it doesn't look like it's going to be all that useful, more of a gimmicky style movement. And I was worried about that. I was saying way ahead of time that, every single time they try to introduce movement like this, it always turns out gimmicky. It happened with the dolphin dive back in the day. And, every single movement that's actually beneficial isn't even supposed to be intended into the game, like slide canceling. That was never supposed to be in Modern Warfare 2019, but here we are with slide canceling. I mean, I guess you could do that in like Black Ops 4 and stuff like that, but it was never as efficient as it is nowadays. Now it's like a built-in mechanic that they want people to do, in their games. But that wasn't even intentional. You know what I'm saying? Every intentional movement that developers usually put into the game don't end out panning out the way that they expect it to, because they don't actually, benefit you more than screwing you over in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to dive everywhere if I can't ADS and I can't engage easier? When I want just to, stay stationary, maybe drop shot, hit a couple of crouches, slide cancel, I'd rather slide sideways than dolphin dive into a random direction because I can actually still ADS and engage. You know what I'm saying here? And that's the newest thing about Black Ops 6. That is the innovation, ladies and gentlemen. So again, what is being hyped up here? Stuff that's returning. That's all they can do nowadays because, again, the games are releasing year to year. And I have to say it over and over again. This isn't me hating Black Ops 6 because I'm still interested. I still think Treyarch is going to put together a solid title. But is it going to get people to stay longer than a few months? I just simply don't think so. And that's all I've ever wanted, With every single game that I cover, it goes the same way. The same way. And this is the first time that I'm just laying low and I'm not bothering. Actually, in Modern Warfare 3, I laid low as well in the beginning. But everybody gets hyped up in the beginning. The first couple of months are solid. And then the only way you can ever get anybody to engage with your content is if you talk crap about it. And it's not just my channel. You can even look at like stat channels, like, Exclusive Ace or other commentary channels. Everybody's views die down towards the end of the game because everybody starts caring less and less and less. Because guess what? These games aren't built to have a long-term engagement rate. They're there to get your initial money, like I said, and get microtransaction money trickled throughout the seasons. A few months and then, discard of these people and get them to buy the next game again. And I just want that to stop. I just want that to stop. Like I said, I talked positive about Modern Warfare 3 all year long. I discussed many of the updates, all of the tunings, a bunch of the weekly, attachment drops that they put out. And all of them were really fun and engaging. I would discuss them. Nobody cared. Everybody cared in the beginning when the game was, being hyped up before it dropped. But once it comes out, it's the same complaints. Oh, skill-based matchmaking is horrible. This game is bad. It's dying. It's buggy. It's disgusting. So on and so forth. And the same thing's going to happen with Black Ops 6 here. Everybody's going to say I'm hating, but I guarantee you, if I enjoy the game, I will talk good about it. That's just what I do on this channel. If I like something, I like it. If I hate it, I hate it. And if Black Ops 6 does end up to be really fun, and the developers do communicate with us, and they do keep us in the loop, and they put out good, meaningful updates, I will put out content about it. But I swear, I promise you this, and please bookmark this video and come back to it. 5 months into Black Ops 6 life cycle, bookmark this video and come back to it, please. I guarantee that everybody is going to lose that mentality, and my comment section is going to be filled. Every positive video I put out, the comment section is going to be filled with people saying the game is garbage, skill-based matchmaking is too thick, it's buggy, the same stuff we see every single year. The only way to actually get an engaging community is to let these games expand longer than a year. And take the innovations, the good innovations, and expand upon them and keep introducing and improve upon these things. But guess what? They can't do that because if they did that, they would become boring and stale because the game releases every year. So if every year they keep re-implementing the same thing, people are going to say they're lazy. So they have to strip the cool features. They have to remove them to later reintroduce them to make them seem special again. Forget this stupid cycle. Please, this cycle is mind-numbing, and we need to get to a point where we get this franchise off the yearly cycle. But, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think of Black Ops 6 down in the comment section. Did you guys think the leaked gameplay is cool? Did you think it's bad? Again, I do apologize. I don't have any links for you guys. Like I said, every single time I find a link, it gets literally blocked. So these things are the real deal. Activision is not happy, so it's official. If you can find them on the internet, which I said just look up Black Ops 6 leaks, just know you're probably looking at the right thing. That's the correct game. And, let me know what you guys think about it down below. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. And don't forget, I will be streaming today over on Twitch. X Define, more than likely. Probably around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And we do host open lobby, so just say hello in the chat that you want to join up. And if you see an open spot, you can go ahead and take it. But if you guys want to tune into that, got a link to that down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.